This one is going to be the Scarlet Witch. Okay, let's get started. This character can rewrite reality with a single sentence, and she spends every single night making sure she never does. She has no mansion, no mentor, no team waiting at a headquarters. She doesn't even have a husband. She works cellar clubs doing card tricks for cash, and the reason she does it is not the reason you guess. This is the absolute version of the Scarlet Witch. She might be the most dangerous person in the entire universe because the only reason everything still exists is that she stays quiet. Let's talk about why this take on the character works and why the picture does exactly what it needs to do. Chapter 1: What the Absolute Universe actually is. First, some context because it changes how you read this character. The Absolute Universe is DC's grittier continuity launched under the DC All In initiative. Its whole method is taking things away. You take a familiar hero and you remove things that made their life survivable. Absolute Batman isn't a billionaire, so he has none of the money that usually makes Batman possible. Absolute Superman was never raised by the Kents, so he never got the childhood that made him kind. Absolute Wonder Woman grew up in hell instead of paradise, and the energy that created this whole universe traces back to Darkseid, a hostile source. Every character born out of it starts with less than usual. So the design rule for any absolute character is simple, and it's harsh. The question isn't how do we make this person stronger, it's what does this person look like once you take away the thing that protected them. Not more powerful, more exposed. Hold on to that rule because everything in this picture follows from it. Chapter 2: Who is she once you take everything away? Now apply that rule to Scarlet Witch. The usual version of this character has a lot of protection around her. She has teams, she has a husband, she has mentors who teach her control, she has places built to train and contain people like her. Her enormous power is massive, but she is almost never dealing with it alone. The absolute version removes all of it. No teams, no teachers, no husband, no institution. No one who even knows what she is. In this universe, the same dark energy that reshaped everything else reshaped her too. It didn't give her a power she wanted, it changed her into something she never asked to be, and then left her to deal with it with no help at all. And here's the specific, harsh detail the whole design is centered on. Her power is tied to her voice. When she speaks, reality changes to match what she says. Not when she focuses, not when she performs a spell, when she talks. Think about that as a daily life. A sarcastic remark can rearrange the room. A sentence said in anger can change a person and leave them changed for good. A complaint out loud can move the walls. She found this out the way people find out something dangerous about themselves, by accident and then again, until she understood there is no way to turn it off. So she went somewhere no one would look for her, and she found the one job on earth where staying silent all night looks completely normal. She became a stage magician. Chapter 3: Why this version is great in my opinion. Here's why this take is smart, I think. And it comes down to how it measures power. Most powerful characters get measured by output. How hard they hit, how much they can destroy, how big the blast is. Writers keep writing that number until the character stops feeling like a person. And the story stops meaning much, because you cannot feel a threat you cannot picture. This version measures her by the opposite thing. Not by what comes out of her, by what she manages to hold back. Her power isn't the interesting part. The interesting part is that she has enough control to spend her entire life next to that power and never use it. That changes the whole character. She isn't impressive because she can end the world. She's impressive because she decides not to. Every second she's awake, a normal person gets to be careless with their words. She doesn't. One bad night, one slip, one shout, and the people near her suffer the consequences permanently. It also makes her genuinely hard to predict, which is what makes her worth watching. She isn't a clean hero, and she isn't a clean villain. She's a person doing an enormous amount of work just to stay neutral, and the whole question of the character is whether she can keep it up. You're not waiting to see how she wins a fight, you're waiting to see if she says the wrong thing. That's a far more tense character to follow than someone who simply wins harder each issue. And it fits the absolute universe exactly. This is a person with an world-ending ability and none of the training, support, or protection that would normally come with it. Just her and the constant job of staying quiet. Chapter 4: Reading the picture. Why the design did what it did. Now, let's actually read the picture because every choice in it has a purpose. Start with the outfit. It's a stage magician's costume. The red tailcoat, the crisp white ruffled collar, the whole formal performer look. That's deliberate. It's designed to make people see a performer and nothing else. Inside the story, it's her cover. For us watching, it lays out her entire strategy in one glance. She hides the most dangerous thing in the world behind the most harmless job in the world. The neatness matters too. Every part of her suit is tidy and controlled, and that's the point. Control is the whole character, and the suit is built to look controlled. Then you look at the cane in her hand. A cane gives one hand a constant job. It's part of the act, and it's solid, real objects she can hold on to. For a character whose entire problem is keeping herself steady and occupied, putting a physical thing in her grip is a smart, subtle choice. Now look up at the crown. This is the one element that breaks the tidy performer look on purpose. It's sharp, red, and pointed, and it doesn't look like a fabric costume piece. It looks like something forcing its way up and out of her. Against the clean suit, it's the one part of the image that looks like it isn't under control. That contrast is intentional. The suit makes her look harmless, the crown makes it clear she isn't, and won't stay that way. Look at the hand she's extending. The sharp, red claw-like nails, the open, reaching gesture. It's the hand position of someone about to do something, and the red claw directly contradicts the harmless performer look. Two things are true in the same body at once, the tidy showman and the thing underneath. Now, the single most important detail in the whole image, the blue rose on her lapel, in a picture that is almost entirely red, white, and dark cosmic colors. That rose is the one cool, natural, gentle spot of color in the frame. That is not an accident, is the one ordinary, calm thing she keeps on herself. Inside the story, it's something real to hold on to. For the viewer, it gives your eye one calm spot in an image that is otherwise full of tension. I made it blue for a reason. It's the only thing in the frame that isn't part of the performance and isn't part of the power. And then the background. This is where the design shows you the truth about her. She isn't standing on a stage. She's standing in deep space surrounded by a starfield broken up by large geometric hexagon shapes. Those hexagon point directly at this character's classic power, the hex, and they also make the whole scene look like it isn't solid, like the reality around her is a construct that is cracking and repeating. The message is direct. The calm club performer in the tidy suit is actually standing inside an unstable universe that blends because she is in it. The person looks controlled, the space around her does not. That's the entire character in one frame. A tidy, quiet, street-level performer dropped into a cosmic scale that is coming apart around her, holding on to the small blue flower to stay steady. Chapter 5. Why it adds up. Put the concept and the picture together, and you get something the unusual habit of making the power bigger and bigger can never give you. You get a character who is frightening without doing anything. The threat isn't a punch or a blast you have to keep making bigger. The threat is a sentence. And because the threat is that small and that constant, it never stops feeling real. You can picture it. You can feel it in every scene where she stays quiet. You can also get a character who fits the absolute universe better than almost anything. The entire point of that continuity is removing the protection. This is a person with the most powerful ability you can imagine, and none of the support that would normally make it manageable. No team, no teacher, no institution, no plan. Just a person, a cane, a blue rose, and a job that lets her keep her mouth shut. She isn't the hero who flies above the city. She's the one working the late show in a basement, doing the hardest thing there is, which is nothing at all. Closing statement. So, that's the absolute Scarlet Witch. Not stronger than every other version, more exposed than all of them, a woman who could unmake the world with one sentence, choosing silence in a cellar club. One bad night away from becoming the biggest villain this universe has ever had, and deciding over and over not to be. The best version of a world-ending character isn't the one with the biggest fight, it's the one who has the most to lose by opening her mouth and keeps it shut anyways.